Hello everyone, my name is Sandeep Kumar and welcome you all on my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to give you a very short introduction of AWS, that is a cloud computing platform. In the market, there are actually a number of platforms that offer you free tier services, but in this video, I am going to specifically focus on AWS. So for those free tier services, I am going to go on a page. Currently, I am right now. I am on the homepage of AWS, but for those services, we have to go on that page, and the link is under the pricing section. So if we right now we are on that page where the AWS describe those offers. So the AWS offer three types of free services. The first one is a free trial, the second one is free for 12 months, and the third one is free for always. So let's see all these services, all these offers one by one. So if we click on this button, like free trial, then we can get, and then we will get the list like Amazon SageMaker, Amazon Redshift, or Amazon AppStream. So what is the difference between these offers? So the difference is the actually time foundation and the limitation of this resources that you can use under the free trial or free period. So under the free trial, as you can see, some services are free for 2 months, and some services are free for 15 days, and some are free for 3 months. So there is a difference between the time period for which they are free. And if you go on the second one offer, that is free for 12 months. So these are the services like Amazon EC2, Amazon S3, Amazon RDS. So these are the services that is free for 12 months. So as you can see, all these services are free for 12 months. If you want to see more services, then you can click on these numbers. Then you can see like Amazon Elastic Container Registry, Amazon Elastic Transcoder. So let's click on the first one. And the first service is like Amazon EC2, Amazon S3. Amazon EC2 is actually used to create like a virtual server, or like it can be used to create load balancer, and it can be used to create volumes or snapshot of the disk you use in the server. So suppose if you want to create a server that has a RAM capacity of only 500 MB, then you can use this Amazon EC2 service, and within a minute you can actually run your own server, and you even customize you can and even you can customize it like if you want a server which have a Linux operating system, and you want 80 GB of disk storage and 2 GB of RAM, then you can use this service to create that kind of specification in a server. And even if you want a server that has a capacity of thousands of GB RAM, then you can actually use this same service, and within a minute you can actually deploy that kind of server. The second one is here is Amazon S3, which is actually a storage service. And as you can see, under this under this service, the 5 GB of storage is free for 12 months, and if you use if you use more storage, then you will have to pay the charges for that extra storage. And here one thing more is that if you run your server more than 750 hours per month, then you will have to pay the charges for that extra time that your server will run. So these are the different service, like it can be used to run like MySQL or Postgres or MariaDB type of database, and it is free for 12 months. So all these services are actually free for 12 months. Now let's go to the third one. This type of offer actually give you the access to services where there is a no time foundation, no time boundation. As you can see, all the services are free for always. All the services are free, but there is a limitation on the resources that you will use. For example, DynamoDB. It's a kind of NoSQL database where you will get 25 GB of storage free, and if you use more storage than 25 GB, then you will have to pay the charges for that extra storage. So here's a AWS Lambda service where actually it's a kind of serverless computing. So if you want to understand it, suppose you want to create an application, suppose you want to deploy an application or deploy a website where you don't want to manage or create a server, and you just want to deploy your code, then you can use the service. The AWS will itself manage the resources of the server that will run your code, and AWS will itself will manage the scaling operation. So you don't need to do so many technical things. You just need to deploy your code on the AWS Lambda, and you can run your server. You can run your code. And as you can see, there is 1 million free requests per month, and if you exceed the request more than 1 million, then you will have to pay the charges for that extra request. There are another service if you want to build a notification system or any services that utilize a notification services, then you can use Amazon SNS. And if you do something like a logging and monitoring system, then you can use like CloudWatch. And there are actually a lot of actually service that is offered by AWS. So if you want to see those services, then you can use these buttons. Like if you want to see computing services that is offered by AWS, then you can click on this compute on the compute icon. If you want to see database services, then you can click on this icon. And here are actually more product categories. So if you want to see analytics services that is offered by AWS, then you can click on this checkbox, and then you will get those list. So that's it in this page. But if you want, if you are like a DevOps engineer, and if you are like developer who want to see those services or learn more about those services that is used in the DevOps operation, then you can go under this section, and you can click on the DevOps and DevOps link, and then you will come on this page. And here's a lot of services that is offered by AWS, which is actually used in the DevOps engineering, like Amazon Code Build, Amazon Code Catalyst, or Amazon Code Pipeline. Or if you do something related to microservices, then you can use these services. If you do something related to like infrastructure, and then you can use these services. Like it can use to configuration management, it can use to automation of creating and managing your resources on AWS. So, and if you do something related to monitoring and logging, then you can use AWS CloudTrail, AWS, Amazon CloudWatch, or Amazon AWS X-Ray. And here is another you can use code commit to store your own version of source code. So that it's a kind of service like GitHub. So you can use to store your code of your project. So that's it in the video. See you in the next video.